Long ago, beyond towering mountains that glowed at sunrise, there lay a kingdom wrapped in snow and wonder. In the heart of the land stood a royal castle, its towers catching the golden light of dawn. Inside lived two princess sisters who grew up together, the elder thoughtful and quiet, the younger lively and full of laughter. They filled the castle with joy. On bright mornings they played in the grand hall, and when the elder sister raised her hands, sparkling snowflakes drifted gently from her fingertips. Amazed, the younger sister laughed and begged her to make a snowman. Together, with giggles and teamwork, they built a cheerful snow figure right there in the hall. Magic shimmered across the marble floor, enchanting everyone around them. But joy turned suddenly to fear when the elder sister S powers burst out more strongly than she intended. A swirl of ice struck her little sister, who fell to the ground, her hair touched by frost. Terrified, the elder sister cried out as their parents rushed in. The king and queen carried the faint child into the mystical forest, where ancient stone guardians rose from the earth, their bodies glowing with runes. One guardian placed a hand on the child's head, melting the frost and saving her life. Yet he gave a grave warning. The elder princess's powers were strong and dangerous. Only love could control them, while fear would make them grow. Shaken, the elder sister promised to hide her magic forever. She locked herself away, and from that day, her door remained closed. Her younger sister knocked again and again, begging, "Please come out and play." But there was no answer. The halls grew silent. The sisters grew older, separated by fear and secrecy. The elder sister watched snow flicker in her hands behind closed doors, while the younger danced in the gardens, dreaming of the day her sister would return. Years passed until tragedy struck. A great storm swallowed the royal ship, and the king and queen were lost to the sea. The kingdom mourned with glowing lanterns under the night sky. The elder princess, heartbroken yet resolute, became queen. On her coronation day, the castle opened its gates for the first time in years. The people rejoiced as the crown was placed upon her head. Meanwhile, her younger sister, full of excitement, met a charming visitor who swept her off her feet. Under the stars, he asked her to marry him, and without hesitation, she said yes. When she told her sister, the new queen was shocked. "You can't marry a man you just met," she warned. The joyful moment turned into an argument, and in frustration, the younger sister pulled off her sister's glove, revealing the queen's secret. Gasps filled the hall as icy sparks burst into the air, freezing the fountain solid. Fear spread among the crowd. The queen fled in panic into the dark night, her footsteps leaving glowing trails of ice. She climbed the mountain and finally released her power, building a magnificent ice palace where she could live freely at last. But her freedom came at a cost. Her kingdom fell into eternal winter. Determined to save both her sister and her land, the younger princess rode into the frozen forest. Along the way, she met a brave mountain guide and his loyal reindeer, who agreed to help her. Together, they journeyed through icy cliffs and blizzards until they reached the glittering ice palace. Inside, the elder sister danced with her magic, beautiful and powerful, but afraid. When her sister arrived, begging her to return home, fear overcame her again. In the chaos, a shard of ice struck her sister's chest, and she fell weak and pale. The mountain guide carried her back to the castle, hoping the prince she loved could save her. But when she pleaded for a kiss, he revealed his true self. He had never loved her and only wanted the crown. Heartbroken, she collapsed. Meanwhile, the elder sister was captured, her powers bound by chains of her own ice. The false prince raised his sword to strike her, but with her last strength, the younger sister rushed forward and shielded her. In that moment, she froze solid, turning to a statue of ice. The queen fell to her knees, weeping over her sister. Then, something miraculous happened. The frost began to melt. The younger princess opened her eyes, saved not by romance, but by an act of true love, the love between sisters. The queen realized that love, not fear, was the key to controlling her powers. She lifted her hands, and spring returned to the land. The snow melted, rivers flowed again, and the people rejoiced. From that day on, the castle gates never closed. The two sisters ruled side by side, skating on frozen ponds, building snowmen in the gardens. and spreading warmth wherever they went. Their bond shone brighter than any crown, stronger than any winter storm. And in that kingdom where love had triumphed over fear, they lived happily ever after.